Hey, welcome to another Valley Forged. Today we're talking about starting a laser business in 2025. Is it a good idea? And the reason I talk about this video is actually I saw a comment, I think it was on Facebook, and somebody said, I'm having trouble starting a laser business because so many people are doing it, or something like that. It's too late. And I had to laugh because I literally had the best year I've ever had last year. And that was with the year before moving and, so much trouble in my life. And then all of a sudden, I worked really hard, had a great year. Now I have the advantage of, I've been doing this for a few years and I kind of understand what I'm doing. Would you really expect to do any job without knowing what you're doing? There's so many people that get into a laser business and think, oh, I've been trying this for 2 months. Why am I not getting rich? And I'm just like, this is a get rich slow scheme for sure. But it's so rewarding. It's so fun. And you get to wake up every day and think of something new and make it. And yes, there's a lot of work to it and it takes time and you're going to have to learn and you're going to have to do things just like any other job. You need to master your craft, which you never do, right? It's always an ongoing process. But the reason why I wanted to make this video is because this is probably the best time to ever start a laser business. Not only do you have lasers like the one I have behind me, the craft here I just got, that literally you just set the thing up. You put it on a table, you basically plug it in. It's so easy. It's ridiculous. And the technology has just gotten so much better. It's so much easier. But you're still going to have to learn things and you got to learn your software. More than anything, I particularly use Lightburn and I think it's the greatest because you can do everything in one program. But you got to learn it. You got to, take your time, learn the program, learn what you're doing, master your craft. It takes like a year, I would say. I've said this over and over. I say a year of good hard work. And Christmas is really your test. If you can't sell during Christmas, you probably need to rethink what you're doing. Maybe you won't make a huge amount of money, but you should be able to sell what you are selling at Christmas. Now, as you know, most of you know, I have lots of laser ready files, and I can tell you, these files sell because I sell them. I'm not somebody out there saying, oh, do this, and then I'm not doing it myself. I do it myself. And I have done it in many cities and it's worked everywhere. It's just a matter of figuring out the right places, the right areas to do it. And, I sold out of these wallets this Christmas. I made as many as I could and I loved making them. You've seen my videos on that. My bottle openers sold all of them. It just works. And you've seen my kitty coasters and whatnot. These are my favorite because it just draws people in. As long as you're in the right environment, people will come flying over to buy these. And I get my wood from Craft Closet. Link below, of course. And they came out with these colorboard solids, literally upped my game overnight. I had been making these out of wood for years and they're fine. But then when I switched to this colorboard solids, being able to do them in black and white without any extra time, saving me so much time and effort, I was able to just churn these out and they sell like crazy and I make a huge profit. But then the next level, they started coming out with these patterns, right? And I'm like, oh, I'm going to try these patterns. Crazy. People went nuts for them. But then I had them at dog shows, cat shows. I had these at, pet places and pet rescues and things like that. I was just strategic in where I sold this, but they put them at a farmer's market, wherever. They do well for me. Maybe they won't do well for you. I can't guarantee. But of course, I make the earrings and things, and I think jewelry is like such a high profit thing. If you learn how to do jewelry, it really can really, really up your profit margin. But then I use the larger pieces to bring people over to see the smaller pieces. See, it's all strategic. There are a couple people I wanted to bring up that I, kind of, it's not just me. Other people are doing this. Other people are making money, but how, right? It's not just luck. Can you actually make money with a laser business? I really enjoyed this video and I wanted to show it to you. And I wanted to show you a couple of the things that she was doing. You see, look at this is unique, right? Even it would catch my eyes. I'm walking by, all of a sudden I see these would catch my eye. Now I would make enormous versions of these. And so, because the problem with earrings is, you see a bunch of earrings, maybe you'll come over. But if a girl sees a bunch of earrings, mostly girls, let's be real, they are the shoppers. You want to sell to the shoppers. And so you put a couple of big versions of the ones that catch people's eyes, like these, or the spaceships, the UFOs. Can you imagine? Like, 1 foot by 1 foot ones. And people are walking by, they're going to see these, they're immediately going to come over. And that may up your game 5 times. But who thinks of this? She's not doing that. Maybe I should send her a suggestion, right? But she's dressed up. So now this is a way that you bring your customers to your table without having to sell. I really, 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 really love that way of doing things. And just a big version of this and her dressing up and everything is going to bring people over and it's going to sell itself. And this is kind of what you're looking for, in my opinion. I like things that sell themselves. Things you put out, like the Lord's Prayer Cross, right? I put that out. If it's the right customer base, they're just going to buy them all. And that's just how it works. I mean, and some of you already know that. Now, I did a video on Hometown Laser. Not very, I guess it's been a few months because I've been on vacation. But some really great other ways to make a living that is just, way different. Doing fundraisers, selling to schools, which I have done, and it works out really, really well. But these are advanced things. Don't try and start this right away. Learn your craft, learn what you're doing. And when you do farmers markets, eventually somebody's going to come up and they're going to say, hey, could you make 3,000 of these? But you need to know what you're doing, or else you can get yourself in a lot of trouble, obviously. So in the end, yes, I have a whole playlist right here, starting a laser engraving business. And you could go down this and just find ones that, work for you, that, you need to learn more about doing craft fairs or doing whatever, and you can find those. And I highly suggest that you not only watch mine, but watch as many different videos about starting a business with a laser as you can by people who actually run a laser business. That's very important. I would not spend a lot of time listening to people who aren't doing what you want to do, right? Figure out what you want to do and watch people who are doing that. It's the best method of learning. You can get a mentorship through YouTube basically, right? And hone your craft, spend time learning Lightburn, learning your software, and don't expect that everything's just going to happen overnight. Learn, be patient, enjoy the process as much as you possibly can. And if you just have to not quit your day job, then so be it. But just do a little bit every day and try to enjoy it, because we're so lucky, in my opinion, that we can do this. If you're doing the right thing, you will feel that way. So I hope you learned at least something in this video. If so, like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. And I will see you in the next one. Love you all. This is the IR and diode. And this is just the diode. Honestly, I can't really tell the difference. This one might be a little bit deeper just because it has the extra power. But so for wood and engraving, so far I can't tell the difference.